Alright fellas, here we're back in Pokemon Masters, and today we're going to be showcasing the special costume Rosa and Shaymin. They dropped last year for the 3rd anniversary, and now they're back for the 4th anniversary, right? So, this thing pair's pretty good, overall. Really good tech sync pair. They've got a lot of stuff that makes them pretty valuable. Not like the best big up in the world, obviously. On the Summoner Skip video I stated, she's nothing super crazy, but she is good, for sure. And I feel like I may as well, make that known here. So, I do have her 3 out of 5 and EX. Not level 150, though. So, you can at least look at that. Obviously, I'm not going to do a 1 out of 5 showcase. This is a unit that's older, right? I feel that it's fair enough to go ahead and just do a 3 out of 5, level 140, 6-star EX showcase. That's just how it is. I don't really feel like doing a 1 out of 5 EX showcase for her, but whatever, it's fine, right? I just wanted to put something out there, give people a decent taste of how good this character can be. So, looking at her abilities, she's got 774 HP. That's pretty good for stats, obviously. I mean, EX, that's what's going to happen, but still, 774 HP is good. 231 in both defenses is good as well. 352 special attack is a little bit low even after the EX. 516 speed is amazing as a speed tier. Obviously, this is with the EX, so you've got stat buffs and whatnot, but still, these are pretty good stat buffs, I would say, for sure. Special attack's a little bit low, but that's mostly because Seed Flare is a pretty powerful move. 203 base power here at 3 out of 5. So it makes sense. Seed Flare's got a 40% chance to drop special defense by 2, but because she has Honor Roll 1, it is buffed up to a 80% chance, and I believe I've got Honor Roll 1 and Mind Games 9 here selected on the grid. I'm probably going to change that out for her other sync node, though. I may as well do that right about now. I don't know why I selected that the way I did, but it's fine. No big problem. I can just go ahead and change it here. It's nothing super crazy. So we'll go ahead and select the sync node there, and we'll just go ahead and pick up, Honor Roll, nah. Oh yeah, this is the way we do it. Or is this how I do it? Yeah, that's how we do it. Okay. Mind Games 9, so this can give us the triple special defense debuff, and the 20% chance to not land it, it's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Anyway, other than that, we also have the Sweet Scent here, lowering evasion by 2 for all enemies. It's a 2-gauge move. This is good in culmination with the Shuddering Snarl 9, which lowers enemy special attack by 2 whenever you're targeting them. So Seed Flare is a single target move. It'll be able to debuff that specific enemy's special defense as well as the special attack, and Sweet Scent debuffs all enemies' special attack. So it's really good if you want to spread special attack debuffs very quickly, make it so your characters can't take a lot of special damage, which is good. And then Power Loving as another multiplier here, or her only DPS multiplier. So this is pretty solid. Obviously, the more stat debuff she has, the more damage she does. It's pretty good, pretty versatile with your debuffs, I guess. Her trainer move, 2-gauge move, 1 use, I mean. It raises her special attack by 4, her accuracy and crit by 2, and raises crit of all allies by 1. This can be good, like if you're trying to top off a special attack stat or something. Really good. And then Potion for healing, of course, as well. With the innate nuke multiplier of, again, I don't remember. I think it may be Brain Teaser. Maybe. But yeah, special defense debuffs, the more powers up per sync move. Definitely very, very good. Combine that with the Tech EX, and you've got a pretty powerful sync move. And obviously, in the sync grid here, we have the double sync nodes. Took me a while to figure out the name. Devastation here, which requires special attack debuffs, and Easy Target, which requires evasion debuffs. Very easy to activate the nuke multiplier, so you can do a lot of good damage very, very quickly. And Mind Games 9 again on Seed Flare, so we have the triple special defense debuffs essentially. Very good, for sure. So let's go ahead, hop her into, I guess, some stadium battles. I know I'm going to do at least two stadium battles. I'm going to do a legendary arena battle. Don't know what I want to do for like the last battle. I may take her into her own event, the her battle challenge, like for the Super Tour Guide Rosa event, because there's no other Grass Week stage. I figure I may as well showcase her doing that damage. Obviously, I'll do 2 off-type stadiums. It's it's nothing crazy. It'll be fine. There's no real problem in me only doing 2 off-type stadiums instead of like 3. It's fine. But yeah, whatever. Let's go ahead, hop into the first stadium battle. Should be pretty fun. Should be easy, obviously. Alright, here is our first battle versus Wickstrom. This is mostly like a kind of juiced up scenario where we are able to give Rosa grassy terrain and grass rebuff. So don't take it too seriously. I mean, this is kind of like her full power. So I mean, this is definitely good for an off-type, right? Especially for like Kalos and whatnot, to where, the stage is definitely, Kalos is definitely one of the more difficult stadiums for sure, right? Like, up there. So nothing to really be underestimated too much. Took out Wickstrom relatively easily here for the most part. We had the half HP parameters so we could make some points for other things. Special tech drops don't really affect Wickstrom too much, but we did have Adam in here who has his tank grid, so he's able to take physical attacks very, very well. I was going to fight Seabold, but kind of a little bit too squishy for my liking, I guess. Or we were too squishy against Seabold, rather. So, didn't really pan out too well. I could have definitely done it if I wanted to, but I mean, I figured Wickstrom would be better because I have never off-typed off-typed against Wickstrom yet. So I figured this, first time for everything, right? May as well. So we pretty much just get a pretty easy, pretty conventional clear here. Do some solid nuking damage. Sadly, we did not have the grassy terrain up before this. 14,000 damage, though. It's still good for our first sync move and whatnot. But it was mostly there in order to get us the, turn denial and whatnot so we could get our sync move in, as well as be able to damage the sides. Rosa's damage, for the most part, with power living and whatnot, not super insane, but it can still be pretty decent, I would say, especially off-type. Give her the grassy terrain and whatnot. And then you can see her Sea Flares here go to, like, what, about 4,000, 5,000 damage? 6,000 damage even, yeah. Can be pretty solid there, but of course, that's with rebuff, that's with grassy terrain. +4 special attack, I believe. +2, actually, okay. So yeah, I ended up getting... I remember now. Versus Wickstrom here and the next opponent, I actually have -2 on the special attack. So I never have Rosa's special attack at +4 or even +6. So, yeah, this is pretty much Rosa with only +2 special attack here. But in my opinion, Rosa actually works a lot better with techs than she does supports. In scenarios like these, of course, right? She's got a lot better tech partners like Lucian and whatnot, and obviously, Steven Suit Lyra, Holiday Whitney, these type of characters that are able to provide a lot of debuffs for her. Some of them are able to tank, like Adamant and whatnot, so I feel like her better partners are techs and not so much supports. But yeah, this was the first battle versus Wickstrom. Let's move on to our next battle, which is going to be versus Diantha. Not too bad, honestly. Alright, here we are versus Diantha, and again, another tech setup where we got Anniversary Skyla here, we've got Lucian. This setup wasn't too bad, but I found that Diantha honestly was quite a problem with how much she hit, as well as the speed debuff she caused, so I had to find a setup in order to get speed up, as well as be able to continue to debuff and do a lot of damage here. So Lucian with the special defense debuffs is very, very good for activating Rosa's innate multiplier, as well as, of course, the attack debuffs were pretty decent for activating power loving quicker in the battle, as well as Anniversary Skyla here being able to do a lot of, flinching was the big thing, but of course she was also able to utilize Disarm to debuff special attack and attack, as well as have the speed buffs with her trainer move and whatnot. So she was very good for that. Obviously in this setup you would likely just, use Anniversary Skyla, just sync with her, because she's just a lot stronger, especially being, super effective and whatnot, but, it was able to work out anyway. It's not really too big of a problem. 11,000 damage on the first sync move, by the way, not too bad, but that was also, either fully debuff special defense or near fully debuff special defense. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, this further reinforces my, idea that Rosa works a little bit better with, tech units than supports, which is why I kind of wanted to run her, with, the parameters that are, yielding to damage a lot of supports, like the supports take extra damage multiplier, or, parameter on Stadium, because it gives me extra points, makes it so I don't have to choose stuff that would make my allies take a lot more damage, and I can still get a lot of, wins in, right? This is why I've been more leaning towards doing these more tech-based setups with, triple techs, maybe a sprint character, maybe a field character, that type of stuff, instead of doing, a support and then, tech/striker stuff, right? But support's still obviously really good for sure, but for this point in the game, where I am, I feel that these gimmicky strats are a little bit more fun, I guess, and they also are able to showcase a unit's potential for the most part, so you're able to get the win in here for sure, pretty easy, because of the debuffs and whatnot that Lucian provides, as well as the flinches and small chip damage that Anniversary Skyla is able to apply, being super effective and whatnot. It was pretty good, as well as, of course, being AoE, so yeah, that was neat. But yeah, those versus Diantha here wasn't too bad. We're going to go ahead and take Rosa into the Latios Legendary Arena next, because obviously the debuffs, it's going to be very good, especially the evasion debuffs and whatnot. It's going to be a sweep, because Latios, not a hard Legendary Arena to clear if you can, get rid of its evasion and whatnot. But yeah, this should be a pretty easy, pretty fun clear, because of Rosa's nuke being high-powered and whatnot. Probably won't bring in Grassy Terrain or Grass Rebuff, no point, especially when the battle is longer, so Grassy Terrain doesn't last as long, and Grass Rebuff will just get canceled out at each bar. I'll probably just bring some conventional partners, maybe Getsis or something, or whatever. I don't know. I'll think about it. Alright, so here we are versus Latios. We've got Marley here for some speed buffs, Brendan here for some side damage, you know, a character that can just benefit from Rosa, because she gets the +1 crit for all allies on her trainer move, as well as obviously debuffing special defense, both of which pretty good for Brendan, so may as well bring her. Also, may as well, also make use of that grass theme skill, right? So that's definitely very, very good for sure. There we go, got all the speed debuffs in there, or speed buffs in there. Let's go ahead, debuff all of the evasion just as quick as we possibly can, because we don't want that evasion kicking us in the ass later on. We'll also use Brendan's sync move here just for the extra damage on the sides. There we go, that's fine, and then we'll just go ahead and use flamethrower. No real problem with that. Sadly, cannot kill police storm in time, but that's whatever. Not really worried about it too much. But yeah, go ahead, try to take out these sides because I don't want them to become a problem too quickly. So yeah. Let's go ahead, just use Leaf Storm on that side there, use Sweet Scent to fully debuff the evasion here, and just keep spamming Flamethrower with Marley, I guess, because we don't need to do anything else for the most part, so yeah. Okay, so there we go, they're using Mud Slap, which probably could end up being a little annoying, but that's not going to be anything detrimental, so I'm not worried about that. Even if it is, yeah, okay, -1 accuracy, Rosa's still got +1 accuracy, so it's not a problem there. Let's go ahead and use another Seed Flare. Sadly, we did not land our 80% odds. Oh, well, I guess. There's a the Dragon Beam. That's fair, though. That's fair. We'll go ahead and just use Seed Flare there. Okay. Not worried about Latios' sync move. We'll go ahead and use Marley's trainer move so we can get in some gradual healing with her. Okay, so Latios is going to go for that. That's fair. There we go, we got the sync move in. So now she's going to go for some evasion buffs, which is going to be a little annoying, but we can go ahead and, you know, lower it back with our normal moves, as well as, you know, use Sweet Scent if we need to. Though we probably won't have to. Even though it does choose to use Double Team, as well as buff its evasion at, you know, random intervals, and it can be a problem. Also, Latios likes to buff its stats quite a bit. Yeah, there's a +1 in the other stats, so we got to get those debuffed again. I'll go ahead and just use Flamethrower there, that's fine. And okay, yeah, probably would have been smarter to go for the. Oh no, it just mitigated all of those. Okay, that could have been a problem if we wouldn't have done that. That could have been bad. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Latios at the final phase can be annoying for sure because it buffs its stats a lot, so it almost like the fluid fortification just kind of like cancels out at that point, so you like almost reach the point where you're taking extra damage. So yeah, you got to be worried about that sometimes. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to use Sweet Scent again. Yeah, we'll use Leaf Storm here and then use the sync move, and that should take him out. Also, probably going to have to potion up Marley, assuming she survives, which is likely to not happen. Probably not going to survive, but I probably should have, yeah. Okay, I probably should have potioned up Marley, but I didn't. I should have thought about that. This isn't going to do much damage. Yeah. You're -6 evasion, which is good. Now we got to debuff the stats back. That's going to hurt. Yeah. It's going to hurt quite a bit. Okay, so the stats should get fully debuffed here. I do need to heal too. I should heal, man. Okay, -6 on everything. That's good, except for obviously the stat she's buffed. Whew. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. The stat debuffs that we're able to do are good for sure, but you know, once Latios starts like once Latios starts like buffing its stats really hard, it's like you almost cancel out like the fluid fortification, like the stat buffs you have, or the stat debuffs you have on Latios, and then the buff she has that you can't debuff, that can end up like canceling each other out and end up being a problem, right? So yeah. Anyway, that was the battle versus Latios. I guess we'll just go ahead and take her into her own tour guide Rosa battle challenge event, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Let me make a team and do that, I guess. Well, in order to set up Rosa's full nuke, it's literally just evasion, special attack, and special defense, so we may as well bring Brendan, who's the king of special defense debuffs, and then Rosa can apply her own debuffs, so this shouldn't be too big of a problem, honestly. We also got fully... Okay, yeah, those accuracy debuffs, those can be annoying, but thankfully we were able to work through those. So the Sweet Scent here being the AoE. Really? I didn't get to use all my gauge? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. Whatever, no big problem. Let's hope that the Swift is able to activate the free moves next. Of course it isn't, because fuck me. Fair enough, I guess, though. There we go. Finally got the Luster Purge, and now we can fully debuff the special attack and special defense and get in our nuke no time too soon. Okay, so this is the full sync nuke setup here. All multipliers activated, super effective, except there's no super effective next. Okay, thank God. There's no super effective next, and there is no like grassy terrain, and there's no like support EX sync buff. 46,000 damage is pretty good. I would say it's pretty good for the most part. That's also pretty good. So, super effective damage. She's great for sure. Being able to get all these debuffs is really easy. Bruh. Getting in all these debuffs is really easy for sure. And she's also pretty strong just in general, even without all of them activated, right? Or activated to their full extent. So yeah, honestly, great super effectively, pretty good off type as well. She can definitely put in work. You just kind of got to have the right partners. Maybe like Signature Brendan's a good one. Obviously, any grassy terrain setter. Adam's a good one for his grass rebuff. Pretty good, just stuff in general, right? Honestly, I like using special costume Rosa, just because I pulled for her back in the anniversary when I didn't pull for Ash or Red because I wasn't interested, and I ended up having a lot of good fun with her. Honestly, I don't think it's too much, but I like combining her with like Anniversary N for Debuff Madness or Classic Elisa, these type of characters, right? And I just end up enjoying having fun with her. So yeah, let me know what you think about Special Costume Rosa and Shaymin down in the comments below. This was a 3 out of 5 EX showcase, so do note this is practically their full potential. Only thing I don't have is the extra 2 move levels for 5 out of 5, which is small at best. And obviously level 150, which is also not really too important. Level 140, 3 out of 5. EX is about the like pinnacle you're going to see from most characters. Nothing too crazy is going to come beyond that, so yeah, keep that in mind. Anyway, again, let me know what you think about this character down in the comments below. Curious, and yeah, I'll see you all later.